Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this BERIGTTA 8-outlet metal power strip. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful, I'll put a link to this in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So the box is pretty nondescript. Pull this out. So here we have the power strip. So this has a 6-foot cord on it. It's grounded, obviously. This supports 15 amps, so that coincides with a 15 amp circuit, and that would be 1875 watts at 125 volts. So this would be ideal for an office, a desk in general. You could probably use this in a kitchen. You could maybe use this in a shop, but you wouldn't want to plug too much stuff into this because power tools could go over 15 amps if you had multiple things plugged in here. But you could certainly use, say, sanders and small cordless tools in this very easily. You just wouldn't want to plug, say, a table saw and a shop vac in at the same time. The length of the whole adapter, the top part is around 16 and 13/16. The bottom side has the little ears for attaching it, and that is 17 and 13/16. So the width is 1 inch and 9/16 and 1 3/8 inches. So the distance between outlets here is around 1 5/8. I'll get in here a little bit closer. So the body on this is metal. The outlets are obviously plastic. The end caps are metal, and then it has 4 holes, 2 on each side, so you can mount this to a surface. So if I wanted to mount to this table, I could just put some screws in there. So it does come with 4 screws and 4 anchors. So I really like how this mounts. If you look at a typical plastic power strip, you'll often see things like this. So these can be kind of hard to mark, and then you have to find just the perfect size screw to fit in there, and then it's supposed to slide on top. And if you bump these, they'll fall off. So I don't really like this way of mounting power strips. I just don't find it very reliable. Now, one advantage to some people is that you are hiding the mounting screws, but that's not a huge deal to me at all. A lot of times this stuff's hidden anyway, so it's not like where you're going to see it a lot. So these are very small, pretty unobtrusive. You could say mount this to the back of a desk or a wall or some trim or something and put those screws in, and this is going to be very stable on there. And it's just super easy to mount because you put it up there, you'd maybe drill a small hole and throw the screw in. You don't have to line anything up or slide it on and hope it stays. So this does have a breaker in here. This says off and this says reset, so I'm assuming the breaker is hooked right into the switch. So I'm going to plug this in. See, the switch has a light on it. I'll turn this light off, so you can tell at a glance if this is on or off. So the outlets are, I don't know, perpendicular, I guess you'd say, to the power strip. Some power strips have them in line with the power strip. There are good and bad things about that, and I'll show you an example here. Here's a power adapter that goes sideways. So if I put that in here, it's going to cover 2 plugs. This kind of adapter is more ideal because it doesn't cover the adjacent plugs. Now, if you have a power strip where these are turned 90 degrees, then this is more ideal and this is not. So if you have a lot of power adapters that look like this may not be the best strip for you. You could potentially put one right after here, so you could put, say, 4 of them on here and you'd cover every other outlet. But I don't have a lot of these, so if I want to have the best optimization, I would just put that at the end because I think that's the only one I have in that orientation. Most of my stuff looks like this, or it's just a regular plug. So here's a laptop adapter right there. Here's a power adapter from a small form factor computer. I think people will have a lot of these. This is just a monitor plug. Here's another one. I guess we could probably finish this out. Here's a projector. And here's a phone charger. So it looks like we have everything in here now. So we have this thing really filled out now. So if the gaps between these were larger, you could potentially put more in of this style. The downside is that the power strip gets very big. So I like this compact size. I don't really need a tremendous amount of space between here, but it does have space. Like this is a little bit wider and that fits in there, and there's room to spare on both sides there, and it, you know, works super great just for regular plugs. There's absolutely no clearance issues there. But I do have like another laptop adapter that I could have put in here which goes this direction too. So as you can see, of my plugs, just right here I have 3 that go this way, 1 that go that way. So this is a really nice way to plug in 8 things in a very compact fashion. If you're looking for a power strip and you don't want to just have that cheap plastic stuff, this is a great option. I really love the metal. I love the mounting on it. I feel like this is going to really last a long time. And I actually prefer this look over the plasticky looking stuff. Although generally I'll put this behind the desk or on the floor, so it's not front and center. And this is SGS listed. It says conforms to UL standard 1363. So that's the BERIGTTA 8-outlet metal power strip. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.